Hello guys, thank you and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can easily launch a website using Docker. So I'm going to just go straight to the point rather than wasting your time because I know that you already know what Docker is and how Docker is used mostly. So I'll just go straight and get nginx, which is web server. We are going to use it to launch a website very quickly. So let's open, by the way, as you can see, I'm using Docker Hub where you get all these images. So this is the nginx that we are going to use. So before I start, let me first of all create some folders that we will need to do this. So let me first of all create some folder. Let me just call it make direct. Let me create this folder. You know what? Let me call it web folder. Let's get into this web folder. Inside the web folder, let me create another folder and let's call it a website. Like I said, we're going to use it to launch a website. So let's call it website and we can get into the website folder. Also, another thing we need to do is to make sure that I hope that you already have your Docker running on your machine. So let me check that by running Docker. So if you have Docker installed, you should get a response like this, where you get some instructions on how to use Docker. So I have Docker installed already and it's running. So I'm going to show you the website that we are going to, or rather the two we are going to use to launch our website. So first of all, let me open the folder that we just created. Remember, we created these folders here. Let me see. So we have a web folder and then website. So let me open that using Visual Studio. Let me go there. And I have the folder somewhere here, web folder. I'll open it. So we have our web folder and then we have our website folder. So the site I'm going to use is, let me see it. No, not this one. So I'm going to use this website. So if you on this website, you're going to find some templates of very beautiful websites that you could use. So you could use a different website if you want, but I really love most of the websites here, especially this one. I've used it several times and I like it so much. It's really a very beautiful website. So we are going to launch this website using the nginx image that I spoke about. So what we need to do, once you pick the website that you want to use or the template that you want to use, you can just download it and save it somewhere. Let me save mine somewhere. And let me open it. So that's the website. That's the zip file. So this is very important. This file, as you can see, is a zip file. So you need to unzip it. Depends on what operating system you are using. As you can see, or as you probably see, I'm using a MacBook. So if you're on Windows, you need to unzip it also. So let me just double click this. So as you can see, we now have unzipped file here. Here was the zip file. Now that it's unzipped, we have this file. So I'm going to open this file and I'm going to go back to the Visual Studio. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to copy the entire files inside this unzipped folder. Remember, this was the unzipped folder. So I'm going to copy everything inside of this folder. You see? So I'm going to copy everything and move it into website folder. You see? So everything is inside this website folder. So we are not going to go on and launch it. So let me go back to my terminal. Let me clear this. I'm going to show you something. Let me see the folder where I am. So take note of this that we are inside a web folder and then website. So now we are going to grab our image, the NGNX image, and then launch our website. Another important thing to note here is that we are going to create a volume so that this file that we have on the local computer, on the host, that this file will also appear inside inside the container that we are going to launch. So that is to say that there are two things we are going to achieve here. One is to create the volume. So to create the volume, obviously, and then to run our website. So let us go on and do that. So the what we need to do is let's say Docker run. We are going to run it, and let's give it a name. So what we are going to do, we are going to, the name of our container is going to be web folder. So I'm using the same as what I've got here, right? So it will be web folder and volume. This is important, hyphen V is important because it indicates that we are trying to create a volume. So we are going to have this print working directly. So this refers to this folder here, this folder on this line. So that's what we are trying to do here now, right? So now, let me just quickly type this, then I will explain to you what I'm doing. Share nginx and HTML and the P, and then this 8080 is the port number we are going to use to access our website outside of the container, right? Because this 80 is the container port, but in order to access our website outside of the container, we've got to map another port to the actual port number. So this 880 is the port number we are going to use to do that, right? This D indicates that to run our container in a detached mode, so that it keeps running once we try after executing this command, and then we need to. This will be the name of the image that we spoke about, the one that I just showed you on Docker Hub. So this is what we are going to run. So let me make sure that everything is okay. So we have Docker and then run. Then we are giving our this is the name we are going to use, and then this hyphen v indicates that we are creating a volume. So this volume is going to mount what we've got on our host machine to this folder. By the way, this folder is the folder that you have inside of this the container. Inside NGNX container that we are going to create, this folder is there, and that is where you launch websites. So basically, the website of files and the folders that we just uploaded here, we are going to mount into the container in order to run it. So now that we've got this, let me hit enter. So this was quite fast. So what happened? Our container was created, and that was the container ID. So what we are going to do now, let's see, Docker. Let us list the containers that I got on this on this machine. So you might see a lot of containers, so don't mind. Just don't mind that. So I'll just point you to the one that we just created, which is the one that is applicable to what we are doing now. So I'm just, oh my, so these are so many stuff. So don't mind that. So what we just created now was, I believe it should be that one. Yeah, is this one. That's what we just created now. It is up. The status is up. It was created about 1 minute ago. And that was the port number we mounted it as we got it mounted, right? So what we are going to remember, that was the name we gave it, web folder, which is where our files are. So like I say, just ignore anything else that you see here. So this is what we are going to do. In order to show you, let me show you something. Let us do docker exec it and let's say web. I think the name of what we created was web folder and then bash. So this is what happens. So what I did now was to log into the container itself. You see, we were running on our local machine. So what I just did now, we just logged into the container that we just created now. You see, so we can just check what we've got there. You see, so this is what we've got inside the container that we just launched now. So this is this is amazing, isn't it? So what we are going to do now, do you remember when I told you that you run web services on a container that you run it inside the folder, which is, let's say, cd, or rather, let me say ls user, I think it's a user share and nginx html. Okay, let me run it again. You see, so just watch out here. As you can see, we are inside a container, and we can see exactly all the files that we saved on our local machine. Remember the files that we downloaded from the website, which is running our website? So these are all the files here. So in order to show you, let me exit this. So now we are back to our we are back to our host machine, right? So let us see what we got here. ls. So as you can see, the same thing that we've got inside the container, we also have the same thing here, as you can see. So we are able to create a volume and then map it to the container that we created, right? So that's amazing. So what we are going to do now, let us just go on the website and try to launch our, let's go to the browser, to launch our new website. Now, let's go back to the web browser. So we are going to launch, let's say localhost 8080. So that's the website that we just uploaded on our what do you call it? that we just uploaded on the container, right? So that was the website. So this is amazing. Like I told you, I like this website so much. It's so beautiful. And if you like, actually, you can make changes on this website. So what could we change? Let me see. Let's change, maybe, let's change this word, decorate. So let's go on our Visual Studio index. Uh, let's search for decorate, right? So we are going to change this word, decorate a beautiful interior. So we're going to change it to something else. Let's say something like beautify a beautiful interior. So let's save this. And then let us reload the website. So we'll see that this word decorate is going to change. You see? So now we have beautify. So this is really, this is interesting. So like I said, I was going to make this to be quite short. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to my video and leave some comments. If you have any improvement methods that you've used that worked for you, I would like to know about that. Thank you for watching and see you next time.